Correct! If you answered Wolverine, you are more than correct, because that is our next film. Yes, oh my Lanta, I have said it before and I'll say it again, and I'll keep repeating it myself, which I am doing right now throughout this whole entire review. This Wolverine film is the one we have been waiting for. I fucking love this storyline ever since it came up in the comics later in its career. Wolverine is in Japan was such a beautiful story. I don't know what it is about it. It makes the characters, the action. I don't know and I don't care, but everyone, including myself, loves this story. It is one of the well-known stories in the Wolverine franchise, and in all honesty, it should have been the only one. Origins should not have been made. I did enjoy the Origins, but seriously, the Wolverine was good, and it was it had exactly what I was looking for. This had, like I said, it had exactly what I wanted. Wolverine. It was Wolverine being a badass, and the characters that we loved from the story. You have Mariko, played by Tao Okamoto, who's in our first feature film in America. Yuriko, played by Ryla Fukujima, who's an excellent swordswoman. I am probably butchering these names by now. And her awesomeness definitely shows in this film. You have Shigen, Harada, Yashida. All of them are in this film, and which, if you didn't figure out till now, uh, mentioned is Viper, who is the villain here, which I completely loved seeing because it should lead us to an X-Men Adventures crossover, and I mean, it should come out soon, probably within the second one or the third one. With knowing that, it's also maybe with the knowing of the Sentinels, because you kind of get a glimpse of Trask Industries in the end credit scene, and the Sentinels should make an appearance, which might just implode the Earth with awesomeness when that happens. So I can't wait for that. It should be very fun. If you haven't noticed by now, I loved every aspect of this film. Although there is a slight hiccup in the CGI. I mean, come on. I understand if you want story quality over CGI, but without good CGI, you're not gonna have a good experience. At least from my point of view. At least from the audience point of view. But like I said, the story, it redeems all of it. I just wish they spent a little more time on it. That's all. Because it's the claws. His claws don't really do well in CGI. I mean, even in Origins, it was kind of like shitty. But it just looked a lot. There's some scenes where it just looked completely fake and way out of context. It was weird. But I digress. I loved it and I had a fun time with it because of the story. If you didn't see my enthusiasm from the fucking beginning of this video, I implore you to watch it again. Rewind myself. I'll do it myself. Yeah, I just rewinded myself. What are you gonna do about it? And not to mention that they got the story pretty. It was pretty accurate, which is refreshing because some, not all, but some comic films and the director and writers tend to fool around with the story, which kind of pisses me off because every time they do, they botch it. Um, they even had the Silver Samurai in this, which I loved, which was very cool. I can't even tell you on how excited I was when I first saw him. Um, in the trailer when they were like getting ready to fight. It was badass. It was very well done. It was very well done putting him in. But the CGI could have been a lot better because of when we saw Yashida inside the suit. It was weird because it just didn't look realistic. It didn't look like somebody was actually in the suit. It was just, think of like when you see the Iron Man special features on on those DVDs, where Robert Downey is like in a black cube with the dots. It's kind of like that, and it just didn't look real. But other than that, it was awesome. I do, however, say this: make sure you guys stay for the extra credit scene, which is actually in between. It's not. There's nothing at the end, but there's something in between, and I assure you, you're going to want to see it. It will melt your face off. Um, the film is great with a lot of greatness. I don't know why you put that in the uh, in the written part here. To look at a story, it was phenomenal. Like I said before, and I keep saying again, I always loved the Japanese the storyline. The characters were actually well developed. Thanks to Marvel and to a decently great writing team here, because it it worked. They actually did a really good job at giving the characters a better feel for the audience to actually feel what they're feeling. I enjoyed that aspect. Definitely, highly, completely recommend. Yes, I give you 4 of those. Completely recommend, especially if you're a fan of Wolverine and the X-Men. Not to mention, if you're a fan, uh, you need to see this film. Especially if you're a fan, it will just completely take you for a loop because this is, like I said in minute 1, this is the first. We've been waiting for this story for a long time, and it was just a matter of time before it was made at the right time with the right people, and I liked it. Um, Especially, if you're also a fan of Wolverine and X-Men, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Also, you can do that right over here. Again, I apologize for the posters lately. I don't really have a lot of choices now. I mean, I do have other ones, but they're not pertaining to Wolverine or the other ones before this. But yes, you can click RIPD to subscribe to my channel, or you can go to Facebook and on Twitter and share my videos with the people of the internets, which I would love you to see. Uh, I just hope that our next film will be even better. Whoa, why did everything all of a sudden turn blue? This is weird. I don't know why everything is blue, but it's freaking me out. I hope you guys know where this is going, I should say. Shut up. Just make sure you guys stay tuned for the next one, because this is getting very weird. Everything is blue. This is weird.